our morals. We don't play by their rules. We live by a loaded die in this sick game. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should never brave, they don't read the grave. We are the natural ones. The freaks are coming for ya. We've come to play the natural ones. Be careful what you wish for. In the devil's game, we are the natural ones.
Welcome to Dead by Daylight, the role-playing game. I'm talking a little about tone before we get started. Humor is inevitable and welcome, but the intention of our game is to tell a successful horror story. When creating these characters, think about someone you could imagine in a real horror story. We want to embrace humor that stems from believable character motivation and do our best to avoid absurdism or bits that exaggerate our character or leave the world of believability to get a laugh. Our mechanic for the game is D6s and nothing else. So we only roll D6s in this game. You'll often be rolling multiple D6s, and when you roll those D6s, the only thing that's significant is whether or not you roll a 5 or a 6. A 5 or a 6 on a D6 counts as a success. Often, for mediocre, medium tasks, you only need a single success, but for greater difficulty things, you may need multiple. To start us off, they have already chosen archetypes. There are 12 archetypes available to the players. There are 12 characters in this game. When these characters die, the players will select from the remaining list of archetypes. If all 12 archetypes die, the players lose the game.
Boo.
Which I am completely comfortable with because it's a horror story and many horror stories end
That's true.
in
That's
despair.
What do you mean?
So you guys have already chosen your archetypes, but what you have not chosen are some personality traits that we are going to layer onto your characters right now. Everybody take 2d6, please. You're going to roll those 2d6 to earn yourself one positive personality trait, and then you're going to do it again to earn yourself one negative personality trait.
How do you want us to? You want us to go around?
Let's go in order.
A 3 and a 4.
Okay, you did. Wait, a 3 and a 4, so a 7.
Oh.
Oh, we're adding them.
Okay, your
yes.
positive trait is honest. Okay.
I'm 6'6", 5.
5.
I was about to say 16, and I was like, that is not
You
right.
did not roll a 16. Your positive trait is that you are cooperative.
Okay.
A 9?
Your positive trait is that you are empathetic.
Also a 5.
Would you like to have the same trait, or would you like to roll again?
What was 5 was
Cooperative.
Cooperative?
I feel like
kinda
you should
feel
roll
like-
again. Oh.
Well, I also feel like I'm just going to be that anyway. I guess I don't have to be.
Yeah,
Well,
was
it's
good
your
for
call.
me.
I can re-roll.
No, I got it.
I think you should be cooperative.
4.
You're happy.
As an influencer, yeah, I feel like she would be.
You're a happy person.
You just keep asking. If
I'll take cooperative.
All right, let's go and do it
Wait,
again.
what was yours? Sorry.
He's going to stick with
He
cooperative.
just said you're happy. You're a happy person. And I was like, I'll take cooperative.
Let's do it again for negative traits. Go ahead, Mars.
6.
You are naive.
Oh my god.
Does that work for your character? It's hard to
Not
believe.
really.
Roll again.
Unless it's like your family's money.
Yeah, I even put in the rules. If the two, sometimes it could be that your positive and negative don't even work together. Like you could
To
get
be honest and naive as my
as your
archetype
character. It
is a
doesn't
little
sound that.
weird.
Yeah,
I agree.
for
Let's
billing,
roll
yeah,
you
it doesn't
again.
feel right.
I don't know. That's Jennifer Coolidge in White Lotus.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, it is, right?
11.
She's
You're paranoid.
Oh, there we go.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, that feels
All right.
Honest and paranoid.
right. I rolled a 11.
You're paranoid. Unless you want to
right.
roll again.
Can I roll again just to see?
Yeah, let's see.
10.
You are sexually frustrated.
That feels right, right?
Yeah, that feels right.
7.
You are obsessive.
Fuck yeah, I am.
8.
You are quick to anger.
Ooh, that's interesting for a preacher. Are you a
Well-
preacher or father? What are you?
I'm a deacon.
Oh, you're a deacon.
Oh.
Well,
Yes.
we haven't even got there yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my
Spoilers.
God, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Wow.
spoilers.
Sorry,
That's
sorry,
okay.
sorry,
She
sorry.
dies
sorry.
first.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you have your characters completed at this point, correct?
Yes.
Okay, here's the basics
What
of the
was-
game. You guys have death strokes, is what we call them, a death stroke. If you get a death stroke, which can happen from myriad ways, you mark it on your sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that slash. Once you get that 5th death stroke, you are up for sacrifice for permanent death. Okay? NPCs in your game only have 1 death stroke. So if something bad happens to an NPC, they die immediately. You guys can sustain a certain number of attacks before you go down. You have hit points. These are different than these little death. Is that right? Death stroke. Death stroke. Yep, that's what I called it. Isn't that the name of a
Yeah.
hero?
From DC.
Let's call death strikes. No.
Yeah.
Death
right.
Strikes?
Tallies?
Yeah, Death Strike.
Death
Okay.
marks.
Death tally.
Death
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 tally?
Tally? Death Mark?
Sure, a death mark. We'll call it a
A
death,
Death
mark.
Mark.
Great. Death mark.
So,
I'm gonna
Have
need
to
this
change that.
reprinted.
I have to change that.
yeah, you guys gotta write that down.
We all did that immediately.
Honestly, death strokes to me sounded just like a band.
It does sound like
It also
something.
It's
just
a-
sounds like a stroke that goes real poorly.
Isn't that the character that Will Smith played in Suicide Squad? Deathstroke?
He's a really famous.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, he's
also in the
like
Batman games.
He's in all the Batman stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So death strikes or death
Mark.
marks. Great. So when you get a death mark, you can get them a myriad way. If your hit points go down to 0, and you only have 3 hit points. If your hit points go down to 0, you automatically get a death mark, and you're now in danger. If you get hooked by a killer, which we'll talk about later, that's 2 death marks. So, and then various things that happen in the game can give your characters death marks if you fail your rolls. Okay?
Great.
That's all I think you really need to know for us to get started. You already understand the base mechanic of the game. You will roll d6s based on your stats, and 5s and 6s count as successes. You just tally them up. Okay? Grand. We are ready. Keep in mind that the intention of our game is to tell a horror story. Think about your personal narrative as we move along and how you can get depth out of your characters and add to the tension of this plot. Let's get started. Slam. The elderly woman runs into the room, slamming the door shut behind her. She is crying. She's desperately throwing the bolt on the door. Her hands are shaking as she tries but fails to secure a nimble chain lock. Bam! The door gives a few inches on the first kick. The woman screams and turns to run, but she trips and falls, breaking her frail and previously injured leg. She screams out as another kick sends the door flying open. Bam! The lock completely destroyed in seconds. The woman is trying to access her cell phone, but she is crying, and her hands will not comply with her as she tries desperately to dial in the security code her daughter thoughtfully placed on her phone for her. A masked man is upon her before she has a chance, but she turns around as he brings a knife down upon her and tries to fend herself off. Who would like to take control and roll for this character?
I do.
All right. I need you to roll. She has a dodge of 2.
And I'm rolling 1 or I'm
So
rolling
you're gonna
all
roll
of them?
2 dice.
2 dice.
All right. Did you get any 5s or 6s?
Yes.
What'd you get?
I got a 7. I got 1 6.
You got 1 6.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, you don't add them together.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
I got-
just
I
5
got
and
1
6.
6.
I got 1 5. So that is he brings the knife down, but you are able to catch it and stop. What do you want to do in response?
Is there? Can I run down that door or something?
So you just broke your leg, and you're on the ground. You can hobble, but you are elderly.
So what it happened? What was the action? I just like caught his.
You caught him and like throw it over or something. If you want, you can try to attack.
Can I throw a bow? Throw a bow as I reach for the knife.
You want to like throw a bow,
Elbow.
Elbow.
an elbow.
Throw bows,
Throw
bro.
a bow,
Throw a
bro.
bow,
We're
Throw
from
bows, bro.
Florida.
As you like try to like grapple his
To
knife.
just go, yeah, for the knife.
Okay, so you have a
wanna,
base.
try to
You have a
knock
base
him out.
attack of 1.
Okay.
You only get to roll a single die.
got a 5.
I got a 5 and a 6. So you try to throw it, and you do, but he gets that knife. He's going to try to plunge it down. Give me one more defense roll.
2 die?
Yeah. 2 successes. That knife plunges into your chest. You feel it.
Nana.
You are screaming. He pulls it out, and he takes his time cleaning his knife, giving you time to get away.
Oh, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna hobble towards the exit with my broken leg.
Or you could try to go for your phone, or you could try to go for a weapon. You tell me.
Is there a weapon in the room?
In the kitchen, surely.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'm gonna try to go for the fire extinguisher.
Okay, there's a
that
fire
lives
extinguisher in the kitchen.
near the oven.
Let's do a body check. Give me a body roll. Her body is a 2, so 2 dice.
That woman with bird bones.
I feel like, well, if her daughter puts a lock screen or anything, maybe
Try
her
not
daughter
to joke.
bought her an
Try
extinguisher.
to keep jokes out of it.
I got 5.
Okay, you are able to hobble away on your good leg and get into the kitchen.
Okay.
Long enough for you to start fumbling for the drawers. The killer, very mockingly, is taking his time, and now he's whistling and walking towards you.
Do I get a hold of the extinguisher?
You can.
Great. I want to spray him with it in the
Okay,
face.
you have a weapon. Your attack roll just went from 1 up to 3. Roll 3 dice. Nothing. He grabs the fire extinguisher from you and bashes it into your head.
Oh! Am I knocked out?
You have a defense roll of 2. I have 1 success. You fall down. He brings the knife down and hovers over your chest. Funny how the past has a way of catching up to us, doesn't it? Death is mercy for you, but I won't offer the same to your granddaughter. Pushes it through your throat. You try to beg, but he's sliced your vocal cords. So all you see is your vision fading out as he leans down with his face covered in a mask. Title.
Oh,
Dead by Daylight.
Scary.
Let's
Nana, not Nana.
meet our players. Oh, no, I want. Okay, tell us a bit about who you are and what you think your character represents in a traditional horror genre. We'll start with you, Mars.
Hi, I'm Rachel Vale. I'm Rachel Vale. Do I have to tell you everything about myself right now?
Just a little synopsis.
Like my archetype and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I am fortunate enough to have recently become a billionaire. I'm in tech. I developed a new woven pattern for the insulation on cables like BNC, and it has taken the world by storm, and I'm very fortunate for that.
Moving right down. What archetype are you and what's your name?
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm an influencer.
How popular are you?
I have 2 million followers on
Oh,
TikTok.
okay. You got some clout.
I know what I'm doing.
Coming on over here, who are we talking to?
You are talking to Albert Wistlock. He's an elderly fellow, around the age of 75. Loner, quiet, keeps to himself. I don't want to reveal too much more than that at the moment.
That's fair. Jason Michael Snow.
Hi there. My name is Father Jacob. I'm a deacon at have you named the church? I named the church, but do you care if I?
No, go for it.
I realized I should have texted you.
No.
I'm a deacon at St. Mary's here. I was transferred here only a few months ago from I'm from Pittsburgh originally. and completed my secular training quickly. And I'm here, and I'm excited to help Father Matthew turn this parish around and turn this area that God might have turned his eye away from around. Because I think every part of the world has beauty if you look hard enough.
Cameras pan down. No, that's not good. Cameras pan down over a beautiful cathedral that settles upon a gathering out. Camera pans down upon a beautiful cathedral and settles upon a gathering out in a nearby community garden that the church created. The tone is somber. Some folks are wearing black, but not everyone. People laugh here and there, but it's usually quick and accompanied by a tear. The reception is about to start. The father is going to say a few words. Then he's going to request words from family and close friends. The official police reports say that the woman died preparing dinner. Her leg, fragile and previously injured, gave out, and she fell with a knife in her hand, impaling herself. Let's talk about family relationships. How do we know this woman? We already know Bianca. This is your grandmother. What was her name?
Her name was Nancy.
Okay, so Nancy, who had a notoriously bad leg, it cracked on her, she fell with a knife in her hand, and out she goes. Now, I was thinking it would be interesting if this is the closest person in your family. Like maybe
If this is the what person?
the closest person in your family to you.
To me.
Like maybe you're raised by a single mom and you barely know your dad, and maybe your mom even like is passed away at this point or something, so that there is some sort of special significance between you and this character.
I think my mom is still around, but maybe she. Let's make her an addict, and
Okay.
so she was in and out of my life maybe, and so I was raised by my grandmother, or my grandmother's like a positive
And-
maternal figure in my life.
And you moved away.
Yes, I moved to. I was gonna say Chicago, but I don't actually. Bianca doesn't know Chicago well enough, so I'm just gonna say she moved to LA.
To LA. Yeah, she moved to LA.
She moved to LA to become an influencer.
And then you came back when you heard that your grandmother had passed.
Yes, and I don't have the best memories of my hometown.
Okay.
Meaning you didn't have a good experience, or meaning you don't remember your town?
No, I didn't have a good experience. One being my mother, because I just said she was an alcoholic, and two, I think that I was a nobody here, and I was like maybe bullied and blah blah blah. And now in LA, I'm like a somebody. So I hate coming back to the place that reminds me that I'm
fully.
nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we Midwest?
Yeah. Let's say we're kind of Bible Belt-ish. You
Yeah.
know?
Ohio vibe.
Yeah, something like that. Rachel, how do you know Nancy?
I moved to this town with my family when I was in the 6th grade, and Nancy was my 7th grade science teacher. And
I would want you to have a more like pretty significant relationship with her.
Well-
That's fine as long as you
what I was gonna say,
kept
yeah,
up.
what I was gonna say is that she is one who encouraged me to go into the technical field, even though it was pretty difficult at the time. And she actually spoke to the college board to get me a scholarship for MIT, and she helped me through the admissions process. And she was one of the most significant like role models for me growing up, because she was a very smart woman, and had she ever left this town, she probably could have done something pretty significant in science and tech. But I appreciated her for being in my life.
Father Jacob, I think Nancy was religious. I think you knew her from the church. And I think hosting this is probably pretty surreal or somber or, very sad to you. You tell me what the relationship looked like.
I only had about I only had about 2 seasons, half a year to know the radiant Nancy Westfield?
Just west.
Nancy West. She was in church every Sunday. She, second row on the left, and always had a smile on her face, and always had a kind word. Always had an empty space next to her that she was willing to give to a mom who came in late with her kid, or someone who needed help down the aisle during communion. And she was a pillar of goodness to this community.
And last, Albert, do you know her at all? Did you know her?
If anyone were to come up and ask, I would say my long lost wife and her used to be friends. And while I was never particularly close, I guess I can say I knew her.
All right. These are the people who are gathered with about probably, a couple dozen other people who are here for this memorial. Do you guys know each other at all? You're all in the same community-ish. You've moved away, but you grew up here.
Yeah. You're new here?
I'm new here.
Okay, so then I wouldn't know you. I guess I would know you.
I'm twice your age, I'm pretty sure.
But would I not have, if my grandmother,
probably-
helped you?
Then yeah, maybe.
Maybe
yeah.
I've at
you
least
would know
heard
me
of
as
you?
like your grandmother's friend, or friend probably, and also
Maybe
I
I
am
just-
I mean, if your grandma was friends with Jeff Bezos,
Right,
you
that's
would,
what I'm
You would
saying.
know that.
Okay.
That's a pretty big.
And
But
you
we're
might
not
not-
friends.
No,
Yeah.
I probably have bought you some presents growing up.
Yeah, I bet you get some expensive things from a random thing every year, and
Okay.
you see pictures of your grandma and her in past experiences that you guys have had.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know you.
And I think I'm probably covering everything for the funeral.
And you're covering everything.
So we
for the
probably
funeral.
I spoke to whoever next of kin was about arrangements, but I insisted on taking care of everything.
So next of kin would have tried to go to the mother, but being an addict, she.
I think maybe I don't know that you did that though.
Okay.
I don't think I know you paid for the wedding. I don't think I know
Maybe-
you paid for the funeral.
Maybe we had a chat about it.
Or if you went through my mother,
Through this church.
my mom wouldn't have told me.
Okay, maybe I just contacted the church and the state
Well, when
and dealt with it that way.
I kind of let's rewind the clock a little and say that you even are showing up in a expensive, black car that's being driven by itself, or something.
Sure. I was thinking
Helicoptered in?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think
I don't
so.
think you would be that kind of person, but
I think I probably showed up in a nice car, but it's a rental. I don't
Okay.
live here.
Oh, okay.
I live in Nashville and
Okay.
have since I graduated, basically.
but you are something of a celebrity, so
This is the town. This is what I consider my hometown. And when they do write-ups of me, it's small town billionaire.
Mhm.
Makes
Yeah.
good.
Rachel Vale makes good on her childhood. What is it called? Not idol. Childhood
Mentor?
mentor.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good visibility for you.
Yeah, probably, but it's
That's not why you're here.
Yeah, but my
but-
team likes it.
And I
Okay.
probably know all about you just because I knew your grandmother, but I don't.
She probably told you.
Yeah, I
about
don't know
me.
you.
Yeah.
Do you go to this parish? Do you go to church?
Wow.
Yeah, you may have seen me. If you were to see me, you would always see me in roughly the same clothes, and I'd always be sitting at the very back of the pew. In the very back pew.
Okay. You guys are wandering around on this day. You know that the ceremony is going to begin soon, but is there any one that anyone would like to go talk to before the ceremony begins? Do you want to go speak to the daughter? She's going to be speaking.
My mom is here.
Is your mom here?
Yes.
And how is she behaving?
I think she's been sober for a while now, but our relationship is strained.
Okay. You've been asked to speak.
Okay.
Is it West also? Are you Sophie West?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't be, actually, because that'd be my mother's maiden name, but
Maybe she never took a name. Maybe she was a
yeah,
single
maybe
mom.
she never took a name.
Or you just liked it. It sounded good for
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah, Sophie West is a pretty good name.
Or because you
Yeah.
were
Good
happy
one.
to be raised by your...
No, I like the idea
Grandmother.
that I took my mom's name because I don't have a father around.
I literally almost took my grandmother's name when my name was taken for Actors Equity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was almost Jason Westover.
We're out of game.
Sorry. Sophie. Sophie West.
Yeah.
Father Jacob Hill. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
I'm the deacon here. I'm new.
Oh, cool.
My deepest condolences to you and your family.
Thank you.
I understand you and Nancy were close.
Yeah, she basically, and I like look to my mom, who's like just down the way talking to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she basically raised me. So this is really weird. It's really hard.
In hard times like this, I know that sometimes reflecting on positive memories is also painful, but if I can leave you with anything, it's that your grandmother spoke nothing but absolute joy about you anytime she mentioned you.
Oh, wow. And she like starts crying a little bit. Thank you. That's really, I miss her a lot.
At least we can rest knowing that she's with God now.
Yeah, sure.
I'll see you shortly.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Rachel, you clock what is very obviously a reporter heading right towards you. Miss Vale, incredible to see you out here. Is this just so you can get good visibility after what happened recently?
You're an embarrassment, and I'm embarrassed for you. This is a time of mourning.
Rachel, you used to be considered...
If you'd like to step outside,
You
I'll
used to
answer.
be
I'll be happy to
considered
answer your questions
the
later. You
hometown
are at the
woman,
funeral
someone
for
that
a
everyone
beloved
appreciated, but
woman.
recently you're seen as a cold and stagnant financial tyrant. How do you respond?
My response is that you are sitting in a church. You're standing in a church where a funeral's being held today. That's all my comments for today. Thank you.
You heard it here, folks. Another dodge by Miss Vale.
I
Thanks,
immediately,
Miss Vale.
yeah,
Nothing personal.
I like immediately turn and like walk away briskly, and I probably have security or an assistant, I think. So I'm gonna maybe I just took an assistant, and I'm just sort of like fervently whispering in hushed tones to my assistant, where it's pretty obvious, you know, we have to call if we have to bring like local law enforcement here to stop people from asking me questions.
Yeah. So some visibility thing happened recently. I'll let you define what this is. It could be as simple as like wage stagnation, that the common like social arguments that we're all dealing with, or it
Yeah.
can be something specific if you wish.
I think I have always had a small company, and it's been U.S. based. And in the last probably like 18 months, my company has exploded in business since my patents have been like confirmed. Like now I can sell.
So you're new money.
I can sell in an international market now, and I wasn't able to before. And I've opened up bigger, I think, warehouses, bigger like manufacturing houses in China, as well as probably in India. And I'm taking so now 60% of my manufacturing is done out of the United States. And
you probably have increasingly less control over your own company, you know, as it gets larger and larger.
well, yeah, and then it
You have a
turns
board and
and it
stuff.
turns
Yeah.
out probably that like some of the, you know how like what Nestle is doing, it's like people. I've always been on the like hometown woman side of things, and now that we went, I think, out of country for manufacturing, my appeal has just plummeted.
Yeah, or
Because-
maybe especially here in like the Bible Belt. Like
Totally.
maybe in New York and LA, they're like, that's fine, you know. Like
Yeah, well, everyone. I mean, I think I've like lived in Nashville since I graduated college, MIT, and so that's what 30 something years ago, and I have always been seen as like a champion for bringing tech to the South, probably, and I at this point probably only live in Nashville. I like live in Nashville, and it's where I live, but my industry's not there anymore. And so maybe I took a huge source of industry away from the South and put it into foreign markets.
a child runs up to you, stops and stares. I'm talking to Emerson. I should do that because you can't tell on camera.
Yeah.
A child runs up to Albert and stops and stares at you.
Hello? What's your name?
You're gonna die soon.
Well, we all must go sometime.
You have weird eyes.
Yes, well, my wife liked them.
Do you have any kids?
He stops and stares. What's this child look like? Just
7, 8.
7, 8. A little sadness behind his eyes. No. No kids.
You're that old and you don't have kids? Are you gay?
No.
It's okay.
Oh, I know. It's perfectly fine in this day and age to be gay. But no, I'm not. My wife is just... We couldn't.
Oh,
I'm sorry. What's your name?
Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. Where did you know Nancy?
No.
No. Oh. Right. Where are your parents?
And then he runs off without saying another word. You kind of lose him amongst some other people and then gone from sight.
I scan the room. I'm scanning.
Father Jacob, as you're turning around, you notice this man is talking to no one. And then after he stops talking to no one, he starts staring around as if he's lost.
Crazy.
Creepy.
Albert.
Hello, Father Jacob.
Morning, afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Are you doing all right?
Yes. I have something to tell you.
To tell me?
No. Of course not. Nothing. I'm fine. Sad about.
I seem to know, at least have an understanding of everybody's affections for Nancy here, but I don't recall seeing you and Nancy talking much. Did you know her?
My wife used to know her. We've had few words exchanged. Sad to hear her go the way she did.
Well, if I have learned anything from Father Matthew, sometimes these tough situations can be remedied with a little. From my robe, I pull out a tiny little flask. It's brandy.
Don't mind if I do. I take a sip, and there's a moment of gathering courage a little bit. I don't trust the sources.
Father Jacob, Beth is calling out to you Beth is, you tell me who Beth is. Beth is someone close to you who works at the church. I was thinking a volunteer.
Oh.
Your age.
Oh yeah, she does the like the youth, like the she runs the daycare. That's in the church, the parish library.
Beth.
The Sunday school. She's at Sunday school. She's in charge of Sunday school.
Father Jacob.
Beth, yes.
I think we're ready to get started.
Of course. You go ahead, start ushering everybody in. I would just like to speak with Ms. Vale before the proceedings begin.
Is she okay?
I hope so.
I mean, how Nancy passed, it's just very unusual. There's some whispers.
I'm aware. Yeah. I think, Beth, it's perhaps best not to speak of the condition of Nancy's discovery here today. Discretion is our...
Of course, Father. Of course. Also, I got you a present.
Present for me.
This is embarrassing. If this is inappropriate, let me know. And she presents you a small, bottle of a very old bourbon whiskey.
Ooh.
And she goes, I know that you sneak a little. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I totally understand. But this, my grandfather loved whiskey, and he swore by this.
Beth, I appreciate it, but looking around, I certainly can't accept that here. But if it were to find its way in front of
Okay. Yes, of course.
Father
No,
Matthews
of course. So
and
stupid
my
of me. I'm
chambers,
so stupid.
I would certainly put it where it so clearly belongs, on a lovely oak shelf in a...
Well, and if you ever
chamber
need someone to share a moment with, I do like a little whiskey myself. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go.
Beth, I need you now to help get everyone into the chapel.
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
Ms.
Father.
Vale, could I have a word?
Hello, Father.
I noticed that reporter earlier, and I am...
I'm terribly sorry about that.
No, I'm terribly sorry for that.
me.
I would like to speak to your team and ask if, security permitting, we can lock the gates to prevent any more intrusion if that does seem to be something that would be a distraction today or a problem.
Allison and my assistant, she got the local sheriff on it, so I think we are set. It is public ground, so I do think they have to stay outside of the gates. But
There's an
whenever we talk
ordinance
about-
that during services we
Oh.
are allowed to for the gates at least to this
sure,
courtyard.
certainly, yeah, of course, as long as it's safe, and
Yes.
I always think of the shirtwaist factory. So as long as
Of course.
as long as we make sure it's safe.
But I leave that to your discretion.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure we should lock the gates. Maybe we can just have, if you have some docents or some volunteers, maybe. But
I know who to speak to.
great, yeah. Maybe don't. I don't want to. I'm sure everything would be fine, but maybe I'm not sure. We shouldn't lock ourselves in here. Probably.
But, well, yes,
Never
whatever
know.
helps.
Yeah. Did somebody suggest that to you?
No, but since we've renovated this new courtyard from a mysterious benefactor who still has yet to come forth and declare themselves.
Yada yada. Go on.
We were able to restore the original gates from 1910.
Oh,
And-
that's lovely.
And that's what we see here. No.
That's lovely. I'm
Yeah.
going to be honest with you here and let you know that I do not like being locked into a place where I can't get. I always like to know my exits.
Well,
So
I assure you
let's
the
just
church
keep
doors
them-
will not be locked.
Okay.
Just the gates to the courtyard. That's
okay.
all.
Maybe
To
if
prevent
you can
interlopers,
just-
but I understand your feelings of
Yeah,
reservation.
Perhaps we'll just keep those open.
I absolutely, and I will go speak with someone about having a volunteer or two to help with your team.
Thank you so much. And I'm wondering, that young lady you were speaking with earlier, that is Sophia?
Sophie.
Sophie
West,
All
yes.
right. I'm just making sure. You know, Nancy loved her, but she, she's got her own thing going on. hard to keep track of that girl.
She does have a certain spark.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Pleasure talking to you. I
Yeah,
think
thank
we're
you so
heading
much.
inside.
Leave those gates open, though. All right.
And just to save time, I walk up to Beth and just ask her if she could spare a volunteer or two to help with.
Yes, of course. Oh, yes. I'll write on it. Write on it.
Rachel's team.
Write on it, Father.
Thank you, Beth.
You got it. You can count on me. Just count on me. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay, count on me. Okay. 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 Do you want to have any words with Sophie before we get to the ceremony?
I think I do.
Okay.
Not to
No, go for it.
redirect. I do think you're probably in the front, right, with family.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the front, like, on my phone looking at I wrote out something to say in my notes section, so I'm, like, scrolling through that.
I just sort of pop like a, "Hi, Sophie. It's me. It's Rachel. Hi. I know it's been a long time since we talked.
Oh, hi. Yeah,
Hi.
it's been a while.
You holding up okay, sweetheart?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
This is-
You were close, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
She loved you. She loved you dearly.
I loved her too. Yeah, she was pretty great.
You were lucky. I always felt like a daughter to her, and I just think you're the luckiest girl in the world to be in her family.
Yeah, she was awesome. I was very lucky to have her for sure.
Well, I'm sure she was lucky to have you too. And if you need anything, here's my card.
Oh,
Feel free to
okay.
reach out to me. I know you're on the West Coast and I'm on the Eastern side, but I got a jet. Don't worry about that.
I might actually hit you up.
I mean, some screen time with her
For
would be
that,
very valuable.
Yeah, I'm we can talk about it another time, but I'm super interested in talking to you further about some things.
Oh, sure. You need some advice or something moving through the world? Because I got
yeah.
I got a lot of wisdom from your grandmother, but I'd love to just keep up her legacy and help someone the way she helped me.
Sure. I mean, I think it's I just think what you're doing is pretty cool, and like lots of people are talking about it, so it'd be cool if we talked about it together.
Yeah, and
sometime.
I'm sure we can find a way for you if you're interested in coming in, and you'd have to start on the ground floor, but if you're interested in coming in and getting some work in, it's a growing industry, and I'd be more than happy to sponsor you.
That's
coming
so
into
nice
the,
of you, but I kind of have my
Okay,
my own
all right,
thing.
yeah, sure.
But I would love to maybe like
Well, we need more.
interview you one time or something for my
Oh.
TikTok. Like that could be fun, like a collab or something.
Okay, all right. Well, you
Like
just
a
you
live
just
or
call me if you
something.
need anything.
I think it'd be great for your
All right, I'm
brand,
gonna let you go ahead and get
honestly.
prepared
I know
for your
that things are
speech.
weird
Yeah,
for you,
well,
so that would be cool.
Okay,
Yeah. I think
all
it'd
right.
be like
All right,
beneficial on
honey.
both sides.
All right.
So.
Give me a hug now.
Okay.
Okay.
Beneficial on both sides.
Give me a hug.
I'll definitely at you, and I'll text you.
Yes,
about
you
it.
get me added.
Okay.
Okay. And I just said.
You ready to start this ceremony?
I'm ready.
Okay, the bells toll and the chimmering and the chatter and the chatter in the temple quiets. Father, all attention is on you.
My friends and family and those who I've yet to meet, I must beg your forgiveness. Father Matthew was called away, and so I am here in his stead today, speaking to all of you, people who I am lucky enough to have gotten to know very dearly in the last few months. And we are here today for a very, very, very difficult occasion. Our beloved Nancy West has passed on to the next life. She was a woman of great strength, a teacher who I assume most of you in here have had at one time or another. She was a friend, an advisor, a parent. a mentor, and I know that her passing is a great loss to this entire community. And I would like to invite her granddaughter, Sophie, to say a few words.
Your mom pulls you before you get up, and she says, don't talk about me.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sophie West, and I had the honor of being Nancy's granddaughter. Nancy was an incredible woman. She taught me so much about life and being a woman in this world, and how honesty and vulnerability are a strength and are what make you brave. And I kind of like stare at my mom. And I wouldn't be where I was without her. I wouldn't know so much about myself in this world without her. And I wouldn't know how to love without her. And I kind of like side-eye my mom. This is such a horrible loss. And I know not just for me, but for everyone in this room. And I will live every day trying to honor my grandma. Thank you. And I walk
Thank
off.
you, Sophie. And now, from the choir,
And as you're talking, you hear like, "Oh, fuck me" from the audience, and your mom is like looking for her cigarettes, and she's very frustrated.
Stop it. Stop.
You,
Stop.
and I think she kind of shakes in general because of her past addiction, and she's
Also, I
just-
think being in a church
yeah, all of this
is
is
making her
all of
very
this
uncomfortable.
Is very a lot for her, and I think her cigarettes are her.
So I
That's
grab
so-
the bag and I find them immediately and
Yeah.
just hand them to her like a child.
She just lights it up and she just shoves it in her mouth and starts smoking in the.
You can't smoke in your mom.
Don't tell me what I can do. I'm not a child.
Can I lean over to Allison and be like, can you remove the mother? Let's remove the mother.
Who's Allison? Your
My
assistant?
assistant.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, I don't think that's. I'm sure she's gonna be fine. We're at a funeral. It's gonna cause a huge scene. I don't think we want to be attached.
She's
to that.
caused enough problems in Nancy's life. She doesn't have to cause them at her funeral too.
She has. You're
I
right.
would love
You're right. I don't want to talk back to you if that's not the relationship you think that they have with you.
That's fine.
Do you think? Do you have a very honest, like,
Yeah.
friend servant who can talk to you realistically?
Or it's
servant?
like Rachel cultivates an environment where people can speak.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I probably don't shut people I'm pretty down to earth, but
Yeah.
I think I'm generally honest and
Yeah.
I value honesty around me, but I'm also like every extremely successful person, I'm also like a little crazy and probably kind of a bitch without
Yeah.
realizing it.
So I think she likes you. I think your assistant really genuinely cares for you, and I think she says that it's going to attract attention. We can't do that. We're under stress already.
I can't kick them. I can't kick
No,
the
we
daughter
can't
out of the
kick
funeral.
the daughter out of her mother's funeral.
Okay, you're right.
I would like to introduce the choir to sing,
Okay.
and then as I walk off the dais, the lectern place,
That's it.
I
I'm like, do I know churches?
She's also supposed to give a speech. And
Yes.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Who's a choir first?
I want to walk up to Jenny.
No. I don't want to say Karen. Let's call her
Carrie.
Carrie.
Oh, the
Carrie.
mother?
The mom.
The mom. Nancy, Carrie,
No,
Sophie.
wait. Actually, can we call her Grace? Because it's
Yeah.
so opposite
Grace,
of what
sure.
she is now, and I think that's funny.
Okay,
Right.
she's Grace.
Grace West. And I just kneel down like on the floor because she's in the front row. Grace, I'm so sorry, but we can't have a lit flame indoors. but
I tried to tell her that.
it's all right. It's all right. I would be happy to open the side door, and you could stand in the doorway where you could still see everything, if you would like to smoke from the doorway.
Just go, Mom.
She gets up and grabs her bag and like just kind of like pushes past you and goes to the side entrance and loudly like opens it and blows out and looks at you.
And thank you.
I'm mortified. I'm mortified and I'm crying.
And then the choir finishes. Thank you. That was absolutely lovely. And now I believe we will hear from one of Nancy's greatest admirers and Miss Rachel Vale.
Oh, there's murmurs amongst the crowd, and you see a camera go off, and then immediately your person, what's her name? Allison is immediately on top of it, and the person's out of the room in seconds. You know.
Hello, everybody. It's wonderful to see many of your faces, though this is an extremely sad reason to be seeing them. I loved Nancy. I loved Nancy with my whole heart, and that's how she loved everybody, not just me. And I think when we remember Nancy, we should make sure to remember not only the woman she was, but the fact that she will live on forever in all of our hearts, in the school, in the library wing that is to be named after her, and in just the heartblood of this town. I want to thank you all for being here today. Remember that Nancy went through a lot of struggles in her life. Things didn't always turn out the way that she wanted them to turn out, but she worked her hardest to make sure that that didn't happen to everybody around her. She was a help, she was a heart, she was a mother, she was a guide, and now she's an angel. Thank you all for being here and for your understanding and for your love, because I know she feels it, and so do I. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. That was beautiful.
I could have done this as we were speaking. I'd like to show everyone what these players look like.
Oh, yeah.
This is Father Jacob.
And he is handsome.
He is handsome. He's definitely kind of my kind of father.
Father can get it.
Our Father who art in heaven.
This is Sophie West,
Oh,
ready to take her picture.
Girl.
This is Rachel Vale, tech billionaire, and also werewolf. Just that full moon.
I know. I couldn't get rid of it.
I like it, actually. It's
It's
kind of
cool.
cool.
That's
And
me.
last but not least,
That's
we have
Rachel.
Albert.
Albert, he's so sad.
Oh, wow.
Albert.
Some more speeches happen afterwards.
I was going to open it up and see if anybody else wanted to stop to talk or say anything.
Sure. Would you respond to that?
Would anybody at this present moment love to say any words about Nancy?
A few other people do
Great.
take the moment to speak their words, and after the last person gets down and you're getting ready.
Was this open casket?
Yes,
Oof.
because she's been fixed up, you know.
She looks better. Yeah, got it.
She's been properly prepared, so there's no visible injuries anymore.
Okay. So then as we finish, we have someone kind of, you know how sometimes those churches have like the organ in the back, like in the balcony?
Mm-hmm.
Someone is standing up there and they're kind of like backlit by the rose window, and you can just see them, and the organ starts playing Ave Maria, and they sing over the.
And
As
people
do I lower the thing? Someone
Yeah.
lowers it.
yeah.
Yeah.
As you go through the rituals, suddenly a broken glass rings through, as a bottle is shattered on the ground. An older man, about 70, clearly drunk, stands up after throwing the bottle. She was being threatened. She was being stalked, and they cut her up. They cut her up like a pig. The crowd gasps and responds audibly. Father Jacob, how do you respond
Peter,
to
please,
this?
please.
Nobody will listen to me, and she was carved up like a pig, and no one wants to hear the truth, and the police won't do nothing about it. And everyone here deserves, should have treated her better.
Peter, I understand that you're
Where were
upset.
you?
Peter,
Where were
please.
you?
What
Peter.
are you talking about?
Where were you
What
these
do
past
mean
years?
she was-
That's
You left
enough! Sorry. I'm sorry. Peter.
Beth runs to your side, and it's like,
Proceed. Please, proceed.
well, you don't want to hear what I have to say? I knew her. She was scared. She was being followed. She was being threatened. And now she's dead. And she fell on a knife. She broke her own leg. Are you idiots? He turns and he storms out.
I walk over to my mom, who's visibly upset,
Shaking.
and I'm like, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
I've never seen him before. Some
just, like-
fucking loser.
Is he just the town crazy? Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
This whole town is full of trash.
Did she say anything to you?
No, I have no idea who that was. We don't. You know, I don't talk to Mom very often.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, we can't all be perfect. We can't all run off to Los Angeles and be rich and famous.
Yeah. Okay, Mom.
When she gets up, I take that as my cue that it's like okay to stand up now. You know, service is concluding.
I
and
think
that was
people
crazy.
are now talking.
Are we
Or, like,
pallbearing
milling.
the casket, or are we leaving it on the thing?
I
So
think
this
you
is the
leave it, don't
this is
you?
the memorial. So yeah, we don't do that till
I thought it got carried in, but not carried out.
right.
I think it maybe just depends. So yeah, let's leave it. Yeah.
I,
Also, by the way, I was just doing it because I said I rolled. I'm quick to anger. So
I know.
I'm sorry that I yelled.
Oh, it's okay. I was trying to.
I
Play,
just didn't want to scare everybody. I was like, I should have like.
I liked it.
And you played
Trigger warning.
paranoid.
I
No,
tried to play
I saw
paranoid.
everyone, being like, these are my character traits.
I want to walk over to you, and first I want to compliment you on your use of tone. I think that you did a great job calming that situation down. Sometimes you got to be stern.
No, I appreciate.
Listen to me. Sometimes you got to be stern.
I appreciate that, Rachel.
I'd
Ms.
like
Ms.
for
Vale.
you. Yeah, I'd like for you to be stern now and perhaps usher everybody out, and then perhaps you and me, Sophie, and a policeman can start talking about what the fuck is going on with her being stalked.
I will admit I have heard
What?
disturbing things. Now is not the time, but I agree with you. I will get everyone out, and then we can discuss further.
While her body's warm, at least. Like talk while her body's still warm. I don't know. It came out weird. I'm
fine.
in a state.
It's all right. I understand. We're all distraught.
What is happening with this guy? With Albert?
while that outburst happens with Peter, so we named it.
Yeah.
The
Peter?
Yeah, Peter, he's pumpkin eater.
I want to follow, like, in the ruckus of it all. There's like I just kind of want to leave and follow him out.
Okay. As he walks out, you do see there's something tugging you towards him. You can kind of see an ominous shadow cast over him. And he's kind of moving, and he's drunk, and he's kind of takes a few steps, and then peters one direction and catches himself and grumbles out some expletives.
If you see me coming down the steps, I have this cane with a silver, like, swan head on it that I keep, I have a bum leg So I sort of walk over and go, Peter? Oh,
What you want? Who are you?
oh, just Albert. What do you? You said all these things. What do you know?
I used to come near the gardens here, and Nancy was she liked to spend her afternoons here, and we'd sit and talk. And she was so nice, but lately she was so scared. She's scared of something. No one will listen to me.
I grab his hand. I go, come, sit with me for a second. And I like to think we're in the gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Find a stone bench, sort of surrounded by rose bushes. Sit down. You've got a shadow around you. Are you all right?
What do you mean?
You seem troubled.
Everybody's troubled in this town.
I know. What did you and Nancy used to talk about?
Nothing.
Oh, that's not true.
It's none of your business.
All right. I understand.
How'd you know her? I ain't seen you before.
Oh. My wife was friends with her.
Where's she?
Dead.
Sorry to hear.
Thank you.
What was her name?
Marianne. A kind woman. I miss her all the time.
Mm-hmm. So, what brought you? You just coming to see your wife's old friends? Even when they pass away, it's kind of weird.
Sometimes things just whisper to you, and you just feel called to do so.
I don't think I know what you mean.
Well, it's hard to explain, but I felt it was my duty to come and pay my respects.
Well, you want to pay your respects? Find out who killed her. Or at least tell them to start caring about it. Or tell the police to look into it. Or tell that granddaughter or that messed up daughter of hers to look into it. I couldn't be the one who knew her the most. That's crazy. This is a crazy world.
As you, as he's talking to him, you catch me sort of looking around and then at my hands and pulling at things. Do you see that?
He looks at you pretty weird.
Right, okay. Well, yes, I do think we need to figure out what's going on. I do, Peter, for what it's worth, I do believe you.
Okay. I think he starts weeping and falls into your arms.
I hold him.
In the church, what's happening?
Are we getting everybody out?
I think everyone's being escorted out, and Beth is trying her best to be like, so sorry about that. It's great. It was wonderful to have everyone. Thank you for paying it. Thank you. God bless you. Have a blessed week.
I think I'm trying to take my mom out the side door and just try to get her as quickly to the car as possible.
She hates being controlled,
Of course.
but she does allow it because I think even when she knows she's wrong, she lets you.
I think a little bit like I'm trying to offer her positive reinforcement and like, look, you can smoke outside, or you know, like trying to give her things like that. Like, look, you can get home quicker this way, whatever.
I think I have Allison finding a private detective to dig into Nancy's last weeks or months, and if somebody's able to do that, and looking into what the options are, and I'm texting the people in like City Hall to try to get like be able to like access police reports.
You're doing real shit.
I've made my way down the empty aisle as the last few people went out into the courtyard, and I'm sweating because I'm feeling like super ashamed of. You need something? Oh. I saw everybody looking at the chat. Like, what's happening?
Just catch it. Yeah.
I'm just
I was looking at you.
Yeah, me too.
I'm in the. Pick a random pew and I sit in it, and I just pull a handkerchief out of my coat, and I just dab my like very sweaty brow, and I pray. Dear Father, please grant me with patience. I slipped, and that was wrong, and I pray for strength I pray for the strength, and I offer gratitude for this fresh start. It will be different. I will be better. There will be no more repeats. I am so sorry. Thank you for this opportunity.
Father Jacob, are you okay?
Beth, I feel so embarrassed.
No, you're new here, and for something like that, this is not normal. This is not normal. This isn't your fault.
I appreciate that. How is everyone outside?
I think they're okay. It was a little upsetting, but luckily after that, the older lady ripped her back dress and her butt came out. It was. I think people have forgotten a little about it. Is all.
I believe Ms. Vale wanted to speak. Is she somewhere nearby?
She's on the phone outside. She's got a couple more of those people in suits around her now. They don't know where they came from. They show up out of nowhere. Weird. It's nice to have money, I guess, right? We could use that.
Why don't you just make sure that everyone gets to their cars all right?
Okay.
And thank you for all of your help today.
No, thank you, Father. You're a great leader for this. You're going to be so wonderful for the church, I think.
It's very kind of you.
Okay.
I am but a tool. I am but a vessel.
Me too. I'm the same as you.
I would like to, when she's gone.
I'm just like you.
We have so much alike.
Oh my God, that's one more thing we have in common. I would like to just step out of that, like on the thing. I'm like having such memories of my like Catholic church growing up. There's that door that leads to their like chambers, like on the platform.
Right.
I just want to prop it open and see if I see that bourbon or whatever, the whiskey, whatever that was.
She brought you a really nice.
Yeah.
Whatever your favorite drink is.
Great. Let's say if we're in the Midwest, it's a bourbon.
Okay, she brought you a very rare bourbon.
Yeah, Blanton's.
Oh, or what's that?
That's the one with the horse.
What's that one?
They're all different.
Yeah.
It's like that. Never mind.
Whistle Pig.
Yeah, that is kind of.
Rip Van Winkle.
Rip Van Winkle is what I was thinking of. That's
Van
what I was
Winkle.
thinking
Okay.
of.
As all this
I'm
is
pretty sure there's a bottle of that in
happening,
this house.
I want to know where they are.
Oh, to
Both
cap
of
it off,
us?
I just want to say I open it and I drink and I sit back in the audience, the church.
Okay, you're sitting.
So I'm alone in the
You're
church
sitting in the pews drinking.
I'm sitting in the pews with a whiskey bottle drinking.
Okay.
I am outside, like waving at people while I'm also. Thank you so much for coming today.
You see me approach, hobbling sort of up the stairs to you.
I look around and I like go help you.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
Hi.
My name's Albert, and my wife used to be friends with Nancy.
Oh, what was your wife's name?
Marianne.
Oh, of course. Yes, I heard Nancy mention Marianne many times.
Yes.
Yes, lovely woman.
This is going to sound strange, and I'm sorry.
I'm sure. Not a problem.
Tonight, at her house, there are things that I feel we must understand, and I would like to you can hear he's struggling to get words out, like he's distracted. Things are loud. A seance tonight.
Oh.
I need you to understand. I recognize how odd this request is, but if you do this, I promise we'll have answers.
What's your deal?
Whatever do you mean?
I mean, I know Nancy knew Marianne, and I know now both are gone. And I'm not saying you weren't married to Marianne, and I'm sorry for your loss and for the loss of Nancy as well, which I'm sure has affected you. I'm not sure a seance conducted in the place where she, I don't know, Allison, do we have word, was killed or perhaps died naturally? Allison.
I'm on it.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
It's okay. I respect you. Goodbye.
We're the same.
I will say only this.
Do you know something?
I've given my request. Show up or not, I will be there tonight.
You're going to be in Nancy's house? You've got keys to Nancy's house?
I'll be there tonight.
I
leave. And I go to find Sophie.
If I'm still there,
We'll do a background check.
I'm-
We'll
if
get a
I'm-
background check.
You hear like...
Don't worry. This one's easy.
I think
What do you mean it's not easy?
I'm like in the parking lot getting my mom in the car. Like I'm trying to get out of here.
And as soon as she's in the car, she slams it shut and says, "Stop treating me like a child." It slams it shut.
And I roll my eyes and I just start walking around to the driver's side.
And before you get in very quintessential horror movie fashion, as you close the door, I'm just there.
Oh,
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
Just, oh, creepy old man.
Can I help you?
Yes. No, yes. I want to help you. Tonight, your grandmother's house. There will be answers.
At my grandmother's house?
Tonight. Yes.
Okay. What do you mean? Are you I wasn't expecting company. Are you coming over or something?
I'll be there. I walk away.
I don't know who that is.
No, you don't. So that's pretty mysterious. You didn't. You don't want to
excuse
tell her
me.
about the sound.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry about that. The name's Albert. Wife, friend of your grandmother.
Okay.
I'll be
Hi,
there.
Albert. I'm Sophie.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay, bye. And then I walk away.
And I get in the car. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Is that in a
weirdo,
different area
Mom?
from me, or do I see them talking?
In my brain, this is the church.
Yeah, it's-
And like here's like parking, and we left out of a side door, and our car was here. And
You
I feel
left
like
out of a side door.
you're
I'm in the
at
front.
the front, so
Yeah,
we're around
okay,
the building.
okay.
But I don't know if you want to come around.
No,
and
no,
see
no. I
us.
don't see them.
I'm thinking like we're getting out of sight quickly because I don't want anyone to see.
Right.
my
And I
mom
went down
like
to the
this.
steps to do
My
business.
Okay.
my last
So Go ahead. What do you want to do?
Is I head up the steps into the church to
And when you enter the church, you see Nancy standing with her hand on Father Jacob and looking you in the eye. She's moving her mouth, but you can't hear any words. And then your eyes, like, you feel this kind of pain in your head, and she's gone.
if you were to look at me, it's the cane click, click, click.
I screw the thing back on and hide it. In,
Your flask.
yeah. No, I have the full bottle.
Oh,
Like,
right, the bourbon bottle.
Yeah, or I guess I just cork it, whatever. Yeah, and I turn around. Oh, Albert, you startled me.
Sorry about that. Yes.
I reach down and I hold it up. I'm like, caught.
It's fine. May I sit?
Please, by all means. Would you like some?
I would love some.
Do it for real.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers,
Let's
everyone.
do it.
Wow.
Cheers.
We don't have a cheers. We don't have a cheers mechanism in the game.
Cheers,
Let's cheers.
everyone at
Oh
home.
my goodness. Maybe that's it for you.
Ooh, fun
Albert.
night. Albert's getting fun tonight.
You want some?
Yeah.
I sit down next to him. And tears start gently rolling down my face.
Albert.
You know, I miss my wife every day.
Tell me about her.
Well, 6 years since she passed. We did everything together. Museums. You'd write poetry to each other. These little morning things just to remind each other that we still loved each other. All those years. You know, we met when we were 20. Never separated since. And she was my everything.
It sounds like you were her everything as well.
Yes. We'd make dinner for each other all the time. We'd switch off nights. You know. But, listen,
What is it?
Nancy is still here. Not here, but here. She was just here right now, actually. Trying to get a hold of you. But
Albert, I don't.
you believe in
I'm sorry. I take the whiskey and I move it over.
you believe in
to the
God,
other
yes?
side. Of course I do.
Believe in spirits?
Yes,
Believe that we all possess a soul?
naturally.
Is it so strange that some would stick around?
Well, I'd like to think if we lived a godly life that when our time came, we would have no unfinished business and would move on.
What if your life was taken from you? Then what?
I assume you're speaking to the rumors of Ms. West's passing.
I think I can give us some answers. I know it sounds crazy.
I know you miss your wife, Albert. And I know this is very painful.
That's not what this is. Please do not act like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy.
Of course not.
So don't.
All right. All right.
I'm not a pathetic old man. I miss my wife and this has nothing to do with it. Tonight, Nancy's house. I'll see you there.
I don't I don't know.
Put the drink away, and I'll see you there. And I hobble up, get up, and I walk out the door.
And when he says that, I have a flash of like, who the fuck are you to say that to me? And then it goes away.
Quick to anger.
Your nostrils flare.
I think it was one of those, like, you know, when someone gets mad and like their pupils like dilate and you see so much color in their eye and you're like, oh, you're mad. I think it was that.
I don't know what that means,
I don't
but
know that.
Okay.
yeah.
Camera fades as you all head your different directions. Camera rises in the chapel.
Do you want to change the picture, by the way? It's still on. What's his face?
Just me.
Thank you. Just Albert.
It's Albert.
Chapel rises, or camera rises on.
Give me an image of a camera waking up in bed.
No, that's not the right location.
Whoa.
Camera rises on
Scary.
inside of the chapel.
Oh.
Gorgine.
I love that you're saying that.
Beth appears to lock the doors of the chapel, but behind her, an unfocused figure of a man. Watching her. As Beth shuts the door and takes a key from her neck, behind her, the figure is approaching. She puts the key in the door. Ugh, damn, wrong key. Silly Beth. The figure is getting closer and closer. Beth tries the second key, but as she puts it in, she hears something, turns, and screams as the figure is upon her. No need to scream, it's just me, the drunken elderly man who cried out earlier at the reception.
Peter. God damn it, Peter.
Beth sighs. Peter, you scared me. I thought everyone was out. All right. Okay, if you're still mourning, that's fine. Take all the time you need. I'm cleaning for another hour at least. I'll lock up afterwards. You got me, Peter. Okay. Sorry. Beth smiles at the old man, who nods appreciatively through wet and weary eyes, and Beth exits. Peter sits and closes his eyes.
Oh, no.
Camera pans to reveal the masked man in the room.
Ooh, that's an expensive mask.
Who wants to roll for Peter?
I will.
All right, Mars Parker. There are chances for the NPCs to survive these encounters.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
All right. Peter is eyes closed. Let's do a listen action.
A what? A listen action?
I'm kind of teasing little mechanics at you as we go through this episode. You kind of watched a little earlier with how with how attack and defense works. Listening is another thing we can do in the game. Since you are quiet, all listening does, you don't even have to roll for it. It expands your alert by 5.
Okay.
So it kind of like, as you're sitting there and listening. And had you taken a listen action, you would hear that there's movement in the room. How do you
Okay.
respond?
Open my eyes, I guess. See who it is. See if it's a priest. You know?
You turn, and this man is in black leather robe, like cape. He's sitting there with that mask, completely silent and staring at you, maybe 20 feet away.
I want to scream, help. Help! Somebody help me! This has got to be the crazy fucker that killed Nancy!
Camera pans to Beth, who is upstairs, several rooms away, cleaning some like pipes. Can't hear anything.
And she's singing, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of
The
the
man
Lord.
pulls out his knife and flashes it and springs forward. How does he respond?
I want to throw the Bibles that are, like, there's the Bibles tucked into the sleeves in the pews. I want to like scramble backward and like try to start climbing over the back of the pew and like throw the Bible at him
All right.
while I kind of try to.
I'll give you +1 attack for that weapon, so you have an attack of 2.
So do I roll 4 or 3?
You just roll 2.
I roll. Oh, I see. I got a 4 and a 3.
You got those successes. You throw it, and the figure just dodges right away. The figure takes his knife and throws it at you. That's a dodge action. You have a dodge of 2. I got 1 success.
I got a success.
Okay. You dodge. Go ahead and narrate.
I think I like throw one Bible and and it misses because I'm panicked and drunk and crying, and I grab the other Bible and he throws the knife at me and I fling the Bible and it like hits the knife in the air.
Your action.
I want to scream for help again and look around for anything that can be another weapon, and if there's nothing near me, run.
There are some large like candlesticks.
Yeah, I want to take a candlestick.
So you want to attack, or instead of run, you want to attack?
I don't want to attack. I want to like matador the bull. You know, like if he gets near me, push him away while screaming.
It's going to come down to an attack roll either way.
Sure, but
narratively,
yes, I'm not
narratively.
like, "Ah!"
Great.
I'm
That
like,
candlestick
"Hey,
is
whoa."
that candlestick is heavy. That'll give you a bonus of 2 to your attack. So that gives you an attack of 3.
Okay.
He's still. You don't know what his dodge is, but
Okay.
it's pretty good. Ooh. Okay.
No successes.
No
Unless
successes.
it double counts for anything.
No, but I got no successes as well.
Okay.
So we are
At an impasse.
at an impasse. He is going to try to grab that and pull it away from you. This is a body check. You are a frail old man. You have a body check of 2. Go ahead and roll 2 dice.
Okay, in Peter's mind, I'm gonna put weight and then let it go really suddenly, so he jerks backwards. But maybe I hold on for too long if I fail. You know what I mean? I got a 6.
I got a 6. So we're still at an impasse, and narrative goes to you.
Okay, so I think I like pull weight and I make it seem like he's gonna pull me forward. In the last second, I let go, but I expect him to like fall backward and for it to land on him.
Okay.
But it he counters that.
I'm
pretty
going to treat
easily.
this as an attack because ultimately you are trying to damage him.
Yeah.
Like,
I want the candle. I want it to fall on him with force. You know when you like go to the rope fast.
roll
kinda.
attack of 3. I got a success.
Peter.
He grabs, as you are like shoving, he grabs it out of your hand and whacks you in the forehead with it. Now, it takes usually, unless they have a really good weapon, it's going to take them 2 hits to take you down.
Okay.
So 1 hit, and when you guys get damaged in the game, and I'll teach you this mechanic now, you get an immediate turn.
Okay.
Even if you're out of turn order, if you take damage from the killer, you get a bonus turn.
Like a reaction.
A reaction, but it's a whole turn. So that could result in you getting 2 turns in a row when we start getting to the map. If it's your turn next and you get damaged,
Yeah, sure.
you get to take your bonus turn and then you get to take your turn. You know, these will help you get away from killers because killers get 2 turns every turn. So they kind of move double fast. In this case, you've taken damage. You get a bonus turn. If you want to try to run, we can go in that direction. If you want to keep fighting, we can go in that direction.
Ooh. This is scary.
I know.
I think I'm gonna grab another big of those standing candelabras
Okay, there's another one there.
and try to whack him on the head, like try to wail it on him.
All right, it's 3 versus 4. Come on, let's do it. 1 success.
2 successes.
Oh! Bam! You whack the killer in the head. You see, you hear it. He is stunned. He'll lose his turn. What do you want to do? Now, you guys cannot kill a killer.
Okay, you cannot kill a killer.
You cannot kill a killer. Just like in a horror movie,
Boo.
they have plot armor
Boo.
until the end of the game, basically.
Boo.
So you can stun armor. You can stun them. A killer gets 2 turns. So if you guys are going, the killer gets to go after the 2nd player and after the 4th player. If you attack him by yourself, you only stun him till your next turn. It doesn't really do that much good. But if there are multiple of you ganging up on him, this is a stacking effect. If you attacked him and then the next player was also with you and attacked him as well, that would make him lose 2 turns. And now you actually both have a good shot at getting away. Attacking also, if a killer has captured one of you and is carrying you, attacking will make them release the person.
Okay.
All right? So that's attacking rolls. But you can never attack them dead.
Okay. Did she lock the door behind her? Like, was it?
She was going to, and she did not.
I'm gonna go for that door, and I'm gonna try to get through it and lock it.
Body check. You only got 2 dice for this, but you only need 1 success.
A 5.
Oh, okay. You get through it, and I mean, you want to try to lock it from the outside?
No, I get through the door and I lock it from the inside. She went through the little door to the chambers upstairs.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you get through it and throw the deadbolt.
Yeah.
You're running upstairs to
To Beth.
Beth. I thought you were running outside.
No. Because the way I saw it, I was in the
It's a
middle of the
hallway.
church.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
she went through that chamber door
Yeah.
that leads either upstairs or further in. And I could have chosen to either run through the entire church and run outside into the night, or run upstairs to where Beth is loudly singing.
Yeah. You hear a kick at the door. You only got 1 success. It's not enough. You hear a few kicks, and then the sound stops. What do you do?
I run upstairs to Beth, shouting, "The killer is here! The killer is here! Lock the doors! Call the police! The killer is here!"
You're screaming. You're running through these corridors, these narrow church old corridors, and you turn back to see if something's behind you, and someone steps out in front of you, and you turn and run into Beth. Oh my God. What are you doing up here?
Listen to me,
you
Beth!
have to get out of here. This is not acceptable. I was being nice to
Beth,
you.
shut up!
I was being
Beth,
a good.
Shut up and listen to me.
What?
The killer is in the church. Call the police right now. The killer is in the church and
What
he's trying
killer?
to kill
What are
me.
you
And I
talking
bolted the door.
about?
I'm not playing around with you, Beth. I was drunk and I'm sober now from the fear of it. The killer is in the church.
Come with me. And she rolls her eyes and she storms downstairs.
No,
And-
Beth.
And she goes right to the door and she sees that you blocked it and she's like, "What have you been doing?" And she opens it up and she shows you an empty church. She says, "Peter, I think it's been a long day and it's time to close the church, okay? Thanks. Thanks for being here, and I know that this was a stressful day for you, and I think you did great." And
Sanctuary, Beth.
Please
Peter.
give us sanctuary.
Beth.
Peter, what, you want to sleep in the church?
Yes.
I don't know. Should I call preacher? I
Yeah,
don't know.
call the preacher, call the cops.
Okay, hold on.
Take me home in a cop car. Put me in a jail cell. I've been disorderly.
Ring, ring, ring.
I've been disorderly.
I guess I'm on my way to Nancy's right
Your
now.
call. Your call.
You're driving after. Well, I guess I don't know how much bourbon you've drank.
Well, it's also
but-
been a while. I'm
Okay,
hoping.
okay.
I don't think he would
We're
drive
not
drunk.
promoting drinking and driving.
No, and I
everyone.
don't think he would drive drunk. I think he.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not like a mess.
I'm guessing this was like hours later.
Yeah.
Or like a while later.
Yeah, when he was drinking, I didn't take it as a problem. Do you think it's a problem?
No, I don't think
okay,
it's a problem.
Great.
No. I think it's a stress response. I think his anger is a problem.
So you get a phone call.
This is Father Jacob.
Hi, it's me. Hi.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, Jacob's in the church and he's freaking me
Peter.
out.
Peter.
Peter's in the church and he's freaking me out. I think he's super drunk. He said someone tried to kill him, but there's no one here. So he wants to sleep in the church.
Tiffany over in social services handled him the last time when he was on the steps of St. Mary's.
The church's social services.
I mean, we could.
No, we've got
A department.
You're not here.
Oh, department.
You're not here.
You know,
I'm not responding to that.
he's mostly harmless, right?
He's completely harmless.
Should we offer him a couch? He seems really shaken up.
You know, well, Father Matthew is gone, so
So his room is available.
his quarters are available.
Do you think Father Matthew would mind?
I don't.
You're a good person, Jacob.
my
You're
God.
a very good person, and I think you're going to be great for this church. I think you're really going to change things
Thank you,
here.
Beth. I'm sorry. I have not figured out how to work the Bluetooth in my car, and I am on my phone, and I need to get off the phone while I'm driving.
Carry on, wayward soldier. You're doing God's work.
God be with you.
Okay, bye. Yes, you can stay.
Okay, use that phone and tell the police that there's a murderer.
I will, for sure.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
We're going to get them right over here.
Okay, and
Peter.
does my couch have a lock on it?
Yes,
Your
the room.
couch?
Well, it's actually a whole bedroom.
Okay, great.
So
I can lock
think you're
it.
going to be. I think it's better. I think it's a pretty good room. It's better
Okay.
than my room.
Okay,
Anyway, okay, follow me. Pan out. We're gonna go to our break, and when we come back, we'll see if these players are going to show up to a séance. See you on the other side.
Welcome, young hero. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Is that the sword of legend?
It calls to you. Take it. That'll be 10,000 gold pieces.
What? Where am I to get that kind of money? And fast? Trying to buy that sword of legend, but you're just a few coins shy? Hi, I'm Kathy, of Kathy's Side Quests. Come check out my side quests and make coins fast. You'll find side quests like...
Help old man with turnips.
Wow, that took hours, and we had to keep starting over. Here's 5 gold pieces for your trouble.
Or what about this lucrative side quest?
Follow cat at nighttime.
I just knew that cat was getting into my jam. What a worthwhile use of your time. Here's 12 gold pieces.
And who could forget this classic Kathy side quest?
Defeat goblins from the swamps of sacrilege so Uncle can take fabric to the next town.
Thank you for defeating those sacrilegious goblins. I'm a very pious fabric feller, and those goblins were very disrespectful. Yes, with Kathy's side quests, you too can experience the tedious joy of hard-earned gold. The chickens... I need to get you in the pen! The time is gonna run out. God damn it! I'm sure you'll figure it out, clever hero. Kathy's Side Quests, located in every village and township east of the Autumn Kingdom.
Imagine a D&D game with the perfect soundtrack. A game where the music carries you away. Nat 1 is proud to present Mostly Moods, the perfect moods for your Dungeons & Dragons game. Grab a drink with the Dwarf King in the halls of Hamblin. Or battle some entry-level guards to the sounds of generic fight song. Relax to the gentle atmosphere of 2 background townsfolk bickering.
Back! Shut the gate! Back! Right over the top! They're everywhere!
No Spotify playlist gives you the feeling of Mostly Moods, because that's real music and we can't afford it. To order Mostly Moods, subscribe to our channel and send a check or money order to Nat1D&D. We can't sell you a CD, but we can tell you where to get each track. Because all of our music is legally downloaded, YouTube. We pay for Motion Array, and I spend hours finding the right track for our game, so stop flagging our commercials and battle songs. I'm getting sick and tired of contesting every single episode with you people. Mostly Moods. Order now and get lost.
Do you have a DM who's targeting your character with negative attention?
Have you or someone you know been involved in a verbal dispute with a DM involving micromanagement of extraneous rules?
Hi, I'm Curla Finkelstein.
And I'm McLean Baba Dooley.
And we're here to help. Okay, so I told some friends that our last game had been really stagnant. The DM hears about it, and then this week, he melts my wand of grace. I drew a picture of that wand.
Has a DM ever approached you with an NPC that made you feel sexually pressured or uncomfortable?
Has a DM ever ignored the details of your character arc because it strayed too far from the module?
Does your DM track encumbrance in any way?
I'm Curla Finkelstein.
And I'm McLean Baba Dooley.
And we're here to help.
So I say, right, I don't know the answer to the riddle, but my character does. You're metagaming and it's bullshit. Next game, I spent 3 hours held captive by the Turkey Queen.
Does your DM only give inspiration to a player you deem to be prettier than yourself?
Does your DM use counterspell in every battle since you've acquired 6th level magic?
Has your character ever proposed to a queen only to be flat out rejected by your DM?
Has your DM ever gotten drunk and allowed the party to twist the plot in terrible directions, only to later sober up and retcon the story back to its former glory by claiming the characters were all just dreaming?
I'm Curla Finkelstein.
And I'm McLean Baba Dooley.
And we're here to help. I'm new to this game and I don't get it yet, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm pumped. We're putting the power back where it belongs. In the hands of the player.
With money.
Call now.
Hot day. Winter Kingdom Ice. Yeah. Now that's cold.
Hey there, everyone. It's your favorite witch, Windletoad, and boy, have I got a ghastly sale for you today. Why, it's a genuine demon's thimble. Tired of poking your fingers with needles? Use a demon's thimble. But you gotta act fast because I've only got one. Telefans are open.
Demon's Thimble does not prevent fingers from getting poked.
No collars yet, so if you hurry now, you might just make it.
Demon's Thimble is a cursed object responsible for countless deaths and the fall of at least one civilization, though many do speculate they had it coming.
I hate to part with it, but that's Windletoad, always searching for your next discount.
Windletoad can only be rid of the curse by giving the Demon's Thimble to a willing participant.
Ooh, the telefans are really going crazy now, but I'm not gonna answer them because I want you to have it. Yes, that's right, you, but you've got to hurry.
Demon's Thimble is older than space and time. Demon's Thimble is not a thimble.
Know any demons? Ooh, they'll be so jealous.
Demons are drawn to and enraged by the Demon's
A
Thimble.
gift for a special someone.
Oh, absolutely do not have sex while wearing the Demon's Thimble.
Or maybe you're a little like me and you just have an eye for detail.
Windletoad does not have an eye for detail, as both eyes were taken by the Demon's Thimble.
So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Windletoad's House of Witchcraft.
Free lemons!
My pitch for any sitch, Windletoad the Witch.
1 out of 9 people will die after hearing this commercial.
Good evening, Seekers of the Night. Madame Lustra has foreseen your arrival. As the Feywild's only blind tarot card reader for the blind, I've honed my powers to perfection.
Okay, stop.
Ah, yes, you have chosen another god. How did you know? My mystical powers find me at an early age when I spit on a lizard god. I don't know his god. He just looked like lizard. Stop. Ah, yes, the card is 4 of Pentacles. Really? Oh, yeah. But Madame Lustra, I need reading too. I can still see. Come in now for limited time offer to those who still suffer from sight.
Stop.
Ah, yes. You have drawn the Fool.
It's the 7 of Wands.
I said you have not drawn the Fool. You must learn to listen. So come to Madame Lustra, the Feywild's only blind tarot card reader for the blind. I'm somewhere between a fat horse and a windmill, or so I'm told. Remember, whatever you can't see coming, I can't see it at least twice as much. And that's my guarantee.
Nuts for nuts.
Our own blend of magical nuts.
Our nuts are magical.
Our nuts are sweet.
You make a wish, and we go nuts. A big wish in a small bite.
Have you been desperate to get to a bathroom?
Do you wish you could get that garden gnome to stop squatting in your privy? Eat our nuts.
Make that wish.
Wish you could get out of debt with the local tax man and really start living like the king and or queen you deserve to be? Eat our nuts.
Make that wish. I used to be a kitchen wench for my evil stepmother. Worked my fingers to the bone. My hand was promised to an evil baron against my will. I thought my life was over until the town crier told the village about this deal. Nuts for nuts. All I had to do was chop off my left hand, mail it to those witches, and now I'm the rich baroness in charge of my own dang life.
Nuts for nuts. Give us a hand.
We give you a wish.
Welcome, young hero. It's dangerous to go.
All right, we are almost 2 hours into our Dead by Daylight campaign.
It's been creepy.
Well, should anyone have noticed, it doesn't look at all like Dead by Daylight. However,
I've never played
all
it, though.
that's about to change.
if you're paying attention to the mechanics, I am slowly setting up a lot of Dead by Daylight things. For example, the killer is faster, but if he attacks them and damages them, they get a burst of speed in the game. In our version, you get an extra turn, a bonus turn.
Oh, that's cute.
And we will eventually be including hooks into the plot, literal hooks. But I'm building into all of that, and we have an 8-episode arc, and if I started there, then it would become something that doesn't work. So, as you see,
Are you the only one in this group who's played Dead by Daylight?
is that true? None of
I've
you
never
have played it.
And I thought it was the Quarry game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I've never played it.
First of all,
Can I play it by myself?
you'll. It's actually scary.
Then no, I wouldn't play. I would
But
play
you
with
can
you.
play. You can play as the killer.
I'm gonna play it.
Because it's
okay. That would be fun.
one person plays the killer and 4 people play survivor.
There's like a bog witch who can teleport and has like magic and she's like sneaky and
Oh,
stuff.
but this is an online game, right? Like I can't play this one.
No, it's
Then I'll
PlayStation.
never play it.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
like
can,
playing online.
you can play it by yourself because there are
Oh,
bots.
okay.
You'll just be
Oh,
playing
I
with
would do
bots.
that.
Yeah.
Bianca's more into solo play.
I am.
Okay.
And that's why I'm forever single.
So stick around because
okay.
the show, the plot will evolve. We have 2 months of this game to play. So if you are waiting for Dead by Daylight, you will see it eventually. Grand, let's get back into it. You have all been invited to a seance. Let's start with tech billionaire Rachel Vale. Tech billionaire Rachel Vale, obsessed with nuts.
Oh my God, she eats so many
Completely
peanuts.
obsessed with nuts.
I gotta tell you guys.
She can't get
Hates,
enough.
hates
she
the American
understand-
worker and is obsessed
she's
with
nuts for nuts.
And
I
she
heard
hates the
she's nuts
environment
for nuts.
because it's
Make
terrible
that
for the
wish.
environment.
Yeah. Just a picture of her on the internet would go instantly viral. People being like, she likes nuts but hates America.
Actually, Rachel Vale liking
Oh,
nuts
were those
would make
nuts
front page.
locally sourced?
Rachel
Ethically
Vale.
grown.
Rachel Vale has
What
only had
reasons?
roommates.
What reason
You
could
know
you
what I mean?
possibly have to go to this insane event hosted by a lunatic?
One thing. Sorry, I got a nut in my throat. One thing.
It's going
Hang
well.
on.
That's what she
Let's-
said.
Been there.
Let's.
We know, Greg.
Let's. One thing Nancy impressed upon me. I have to go more Southern Belle and less. Less Magarack Dackenbrack. One thing Nancy impressed upon me is the power of information, and never looking down on something just because you don't know enough about it. That's on you. That's not on the thing. So if somebody tells me they're going to be able to get me information, I'll listen to them. I'll hear them out. I'll make my own conclusions.
Do you believe in the supernatural?
I believe that Nancy should, if it wasn't natural, I'll find out. She needs to be honored in the way she should be honored. And if it was natural, I frankly don't care how I find out. If a ghost tells me the truth and I find hard evidence in that truth, well then I believe in ghosts.
You're a rational person. Sophie West. Well, you don't even know what the hell you're going to.
But it's at my house.
You just heard that. Are you staying at your mother's, your
Yeah.
grandma's house? Like, I didn't know if maybe you're staying with your mom or maybe you're staying at grandma's.
So I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
I think my mom discovered her body. I think that my mom lives at my grandmother's house because
Okay.
my mom's credit is shit and she can't afford a house and a mortgage and a loan and all
Okay,
that.
so mom still lives with grandma.
So-
Or still did.
So I think that she's the one that discovered the body.
Where was she that night?
Oh, that's a good question. I think she was at a meeting.
Okay.
Oh!
At like a AA.
That really hit me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a very good justification. I don't know. It really hit me. That's a great thing.
I like
also have to
I like mom character.
Oh,
I
can you put
see
the
her. She's
timer up?
difficult,
Fuck
but I
you,
see
Kim.
she's difficult for reasons. You know.
What did you say?
I said I'm liking mom character. She's obviously difficult, but I see that she's
I think
she's like that mom from
she's
True
difficult
Blood.
for a reason, you know.
I think she has her shit.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a bad person.
I don't think she's a bad person.
She's not a bad
either.
person.
Right.
But I think she's the one that discovered the body.
Okay.
Because I think she lives at this house.
And that would even also explain why
What are you-
she
are you
was
looking at my armpit? I
so
was thinking about
triggered.
tickling you, and
Don't.
And I did.
Hey,
Don't.
Kim may try to ruin the vibe of this game, but you two are not to help her. Why would the priest go?
I'm going out of concern for Albert.
Okay.
And
So wait, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Oh.
But I didn't answer the question of
sorry.
Sophie.
You're right. Let's
so
go back.
The only thing I know. You didn't say. Did he say a seance?
He didn't
to
even
me?
say a seance. He said, "I'll be at the house. I'll see you there."
Okay, so I think this is just some like.
And he said, "And you'll get
post-
answers," is what he said.
This is some
some social call.
I don't think that anyone's really coming over. I think people start showing up, and I think it's like a post-wake thing. They're gonna come give us food.
I see.
I don't know
You
that
don't
it's a
even
seance.
understand.
And my mom doesn't know anything.
They're gonna come give us food.
That
That's
does
what
happen.
happens.
No, I'm very aware.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was just the phrase.
That's what I think is happening. So I don't know what a seance is about to happen.
I was gonna say, can't confirm. You end up with so much casserole.
So many casseroles.
So many
and
casseroles.
ambrosia salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Reheatable. I don't know about ambrosia salad.
It's a thing.
Okay.
Ambrosia salad is like a fruit and gelatin and
It's
whipped
disgu-
cream.
I'm surprised you actually don't know that. It's disgusting.
I love it.
No, you don't.
I love
don't.
ambrosia salad.
All right, we are gonna get back into this game.
Sorry.
Moods adjust appropriately.
Shut up, everyone.
Okay. The story is yours. What happens, Albert? You show up.
Is everybody there?
I think you would probably be the first one there, or would you be the last one there? I don't know.
For this, I like the idea of being the last one there.
Alright.
If
Okay.
people are already there.
You like to be the last one there? Okay, should we go through the who shows up first?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Father
Miss
Jacob.
West?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Mom is upstairs lying down. Yes, Greg. Okay. Oh, hi, Father Jacob.
Good evening. I'm terribly sorry for dropping in on you like this. I spoke with Albert at the church earlier this afternoon, and he asked if I would come by this evening. I don't know what it's in regards
that's
to.
the old man, right?
Yes. I understand his wife was very close with your grandmother.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He's kind of weird. We weren't expecting guests, but I mean, sure, you're welcome to come in.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize this was an uninvited. I'm so sorry.
I mean, he was kind of weird and said he was going to come to the house, but I don't know anything. So, I mean, do you
Well,
have a
I don't
casserole
want
to
to
give or
intrude.
something?
Say that again.
Do you have a casserole to contribute or something?
Unfortunately, I have shown up empty-handed, and had I known, I would have maybe nicked a few cans from the
It's no
sad
wor-
but mighty food drive that
It's
we're
no
starting.
worries. We have so many in the fridge already. But come in. I can offer you some reheated casserole if you'd like it.
I know how these things go, and I will not turn down the, I'm sure, myriad of casseroles you have sitting in your refrigerator.
Awesome. Please welcome in.
So
Next.
tell me,
Oh.
how did you? You can come whenever. I'm sorry, but I just want to know. I'm very curious. So how did I understand that you are I understand you're of some prominence on social media. How did that happen?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing pretty well on TikTok. I have a lot of brand deals, and I just really feel like I'm creating content that like really uplifts people's day. So that makes me feel cool.
What's a typical Sophie West post?
Oh my gosh. Well, my followers love to just like follow me around my day, and I'll just like post vlogs and stuff. And like I shared this morning a really sad and vulnerable vlog about my grandmother. And I got a lot of messages of people saying that it really helps them through their own loss. So I feel really good about the work
You
I'm
feel that
doing.
connects you to people?
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's very lovely.
Thanks. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, it's clear.
Oh.
All right. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Who
John.
was that?
Thank you.
Another a different
Peters.
assistant?
Well, I got Pearson. I'm so sorry.
Clear.
Hi,
Clear.
Rachel.
Yeah.
I'll tell Johnson. Johnson's
Thank you.
clear.
Oh, hi. I wasn't expecting more guests.
Well, it's customary. This is Nancy's favorite casserole. I had Allison make it herself.
Oh, is that sweet potato casserole?
Yep, with the
Yeah.
marshmallow topping and the French onion.
Yeah, I've
and
got,
then
like-
in between is a layer of the ground beef with the taco seasoning.
Oh, yep. I've got 3 more of those in the fridge.
Oh, well, this is going to be the best one.
Awesome.
I swear it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Allison told me she practiced it for hours.
Who's Allison?
All right, let's get inside and...
You hear a knock on the door.
Oh. Hi. Albert, was it?
Hello. I hand over a bottle of just kind of cheap champagne.
Cooks. You hand over a bottle of Cooks.
Yeah.
Corval.
Yeah, Corval. Yeah, just like.
Oh, champagne. I didn't realize we were celebrating something tonight.
No, just trying to be polite. Can't show up empty-handed.
Looking up the stairs, Albert, you see Nancy, and she just turns and walks down one of the hallways.
This is so fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Upstairs?
Upstairs.
In that moment, instead of paying attention to you, I just follow her.
Oh, sure. Come on in, Albert. Can I get you something to drink? Do you want the champagne?
And he just starts walking upstairs.
He just starts. I start walking upstairs.
Okay,
I'm not responding.
If you're gonna go upstairs, my mom's lying down, so please just be quiet.
I follow him.
I've put my plate aside, and
I'm going into the fridge to put the champagne in the fridge.
Sophie, is everything all right?
I don't fucking know. That Albert guy just walked in here and he gives me the creeps, honestly. I don't feel comfortable around him.
I sort of like push past you to follow, and I'm like, you can't.
We're in the kitchen.
I make.
Oh.
I come partway down the stairs, and you just hear. Please, it's time.
For what? You want this casserole?
Oh, I think he told me it was a seance.
A what?
Upstairs, you turn around the corner and you see Nancy standing in front of a door. You get a headache and she's gone.
Excuse me, Albert. You want to do a what? Do you really think that's respectful?
I reach for the doorknob. I open the door.
This was a collector's room that Nancy used to invite. She had game nights here.
I was gonna say she played bridge on that table.
She
for
sure did.
sure.
Mahjong.
She played many games on this table. She would host public events, proper dinners, even in the upstairs table was always a special event.
Oh my God, is there a dumbwaiter?
Oh my God.
Sure, there's a dumbwaiter.
Come on, wouldn't that be cool?
Scary.
I walk in and I sit at the head of the table.
Now, Albert, listen. I know that you're going through a lot, and I just want to be aware that we're showing Sophie and her mother the respect that is needed.
I take a knife out of my
Whoa,
My
Albert,
God.
Albert.
and I prick my finger.
Hey. I walk into the room and I walk over to you.
And I start drawing on the table. Not really a pentagram, but it's a soft, sort of swirly, almost like a rune figure. It's not creepy. It seems oddly warm if you were to look at it.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking video of it on my phone.
And then please, Sit.
This is so stupid, but I'm going to record this the whole time. And I set my phone up.
Sophie, is this okay with you? This is your house, after all.
I mean, he's already bled all over this table, so...
I sat already. I sat and I haven't said a word.
I looked down the hallway to make sure, like, my mom's room is still closed. The door's still closed.
Yeah, you gather she... We could even say you checked on her and you heard her kind of, like, half snoring.
Yeah.
Her shows are on, and she's knocked out.
I've set out some casserole that she brought.
Is this a table that is like I could sit next to one of the two of them, or is it a 4-seater?
I think it's a 6-seater.
Okay, so I'll sit next to you.
Okay.
Just to kind of be within arm's reach of this one, just in case it gets inappropriate or.
I think I'm across the way from him, so I can record it.
Oh, you're at the other head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like a round table, according to this picture.
I see it as cylindrical because it looks like there's 6.
Like a circle table.
Yeah,
a round table.
Yeah,
so
long
I'm
on
just
one
like,
side, but circular.
I don't sit next to Albert, but I sit at the table.
So one of the long sides at the head.
And then I'll sit next to Albert then. I'll sit next to Albert.
Okay, so you're right next to Albert.
Yeah.
And you two are
So
kind
it
of
would
separate.
be like Albert, me, empty chair, Bianca, Michelle, empty chair.
Sure, yes.
All right. The typical seance would be you'd have everyone announce their intention and then hold hands and then invite the spirit. And then you can speak to the spirit and then you need to peacefully release the spirit and wish it well.
Father, I must apologize. In advance, I know for a man of the cloth this might seem rather occult, and I promise it is nothing like that. But some things, whether I wish them to be or not, don't want to rest. We all want answers about Nancy and about what happened.
I mean, I want more answers on who the fuck you are, but sure.
When I left my parish, in Pittsburgh, I made a promise to myself that I would approach all new situations, whether they are in line or not with God, with an open mind. I will sit here, and I will be with you, and God will be with us. But Albert, if this becomes something perverse, if this becomes something inappropriate for Sophie or her family,
I promise that it won't. I'd like to go around. State your intentions for the spirit. You will ask questions. I will call her forth.
I want to know if she's found peace.
I look at Sophie very sadly.
You don't know yet. You aren't going to get answers until you start the seance.
Great.
So it's to speak your intention first, and then we join hands.
So we are going to, please, everyone, join hands.
I'm being really, really careful. I haven't said a word since the cell phone came out, and I'm sitting next to Sophie.
My cell phone?
Yeah.
Are you live streaming or are you recording?
I think I'm record. I'm not an influencer in real life. Would I be live streaming?
It's up to you.
Or would I be like vlogging to then edit later?
It's your style.
You could go either way.
How do you want to do it?
if you do like daily vlogs,
I feel like it'd
you'd
be
probably
live.
be live.
Yeah. So I think I'm live.
Well, so
can I retcon a little bit and say like I turned it on myself to be like, hey guys, I'm gonna do a seance for my grandmother.
And you're the only
And
one
then
visible, or do you want
And
to
then I
show
flip the
everybody?
camera and you can see the thing.
Okay, I think not to introduce PvP, but I think as soon as you say, hey guys, and you're like, I'm gonna go live, I'm gonna live stream this, I grab the phone out of your hand and I like click disconnect and I hand it back to you.
This is gonna get PvP.
I know,
I'm
but
just gonna grab the phone from
well,
you.
well, but I'm not gonna do it silently, so I'm just.
But
gonna,
in real life, if you're sitting next to Jeff Bezos and
But
he's
to
like,
me,
no, you
it's-
can't do that.
Sorry, to me it's on my face and then it's on the table.
I know, but I'm still.
So
I like.
wouldn't see you sitting
I
here.
think if
you'd be out of frame.
But if someone with this amount of power is like, no recording, I think you. Just
I think
be
what
like,
I would so
okay.
what I would say is, I think like I would grab it and I would like without showing my face shut the recording off, and be like, I know that this is how you make your living, but I'm not going to be here if you're. I don't know that this is not something that has been constructed to put me in a situation that is going to be very bad for me politically. And I'm already pretty bad.
This is tough because you're in my house, and it's my grandmother.
I
who's
would
dead.
suggest the phone's gonna go quiet anyways.
I mean, that's a huge part of
Sophie,
my character. So
Sophie,
I'm just
Sophie,
like,
may I offer you a compromise, that perhaps you keep the intro that you've just made, and that as soon as we're finished, we those of us willing, obviously if those of us are not, that's fine, can discuss what happened with you in almost a live interview situation, and you can show your followers that the content.
I think
post.
as an like there are situations where if you're at a party and it's
I'm
a
just
no
We're the same
thinking
character.
the
Same
more
character. Let's do it
we
in character.
keep-
Okay.
Sorry, the more we keep going on with the night, I'm gonna want to record things because that's who I am and it's part of my identity. And I think it's gonna be tough to work together if I can't do the thing that I'm always doing. So
in the spirit of that all of our emotions are very high, in the spirit of cooperation this evening, why don't we proceed as simply as possible and pick up where we left off as soon as it's done?
Just you don't have to have like being like, no, I will only play this way is difficult, right? But why don't we just?
I'm not trying to do that.
No,
but
I
it's
know
also
you're
like
not.
she's
So
an
I totally get it. So
influencer.
what I'm gonna suggest is something like, if she's like, okay, I'll turn it off for the table, but this is not a permanent off. Like this is what I do, and if you're gonna be around me, like I'll give you this one, but the next one I'm taking. You know
and
what I
I don't
mean?
want to like limit her
Well,
characters.
we should just in
That's-
character talk about it. I think like I just never really said the thing, like so I think if I grab your phone and if I'm like, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I have to tell you, I cannot be seen having a satanic ritual around the death of my friend in the hometown. I don't mind shooting something with you later, but I cannot be filmed doing this, and I would like to do this for Nancy. So if it's possible for us not to broadcast this aspect in real time, that I would appreciate it. I cannot have footage of me in a satanic ritual get out to the south. I cannot. I'm so sorry.
Whatever. I don't know how to get past this.
I think in real life you can't actually tell people.
No, but I
you
know.
know?
But if this is my house and it's my grandmother who died, that's the thing that I'm like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's just keep going.
I think if
but
I
I just think it's going to be an issue. Maybe I just changed my archetype.
Well, no, we can also just
No.
talk about this off table.
Yeah,
but
let's
I think just
let's
for
wrap
now,
it up and
like
move
if
on.
you
We have a
don't
half hour
mind-
left. Let's get through that.
I think if it wasn't for the paranoid trait, I probably wouldn't notice. I wouldn't.
I mean,
care as much
to be honest, didn't we both rolled cooperation, right? So if someone's asking,
Yeah,
us to do
that's
something-
that's even more so.
Like so I feel like
we should
that
talk
would
about this
trump.
off camera because I feel like that was a huge part of my character.
It
so
still
it's
is a
like,
huge part of your character.
It's not like it's going away. It's just for this one moment.
Yeah,
Someone's just asking you not to put your phone on.
Okay,
Like
so
a
in the
billionaire-
future, though, I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah.
bring out the phone.
I, as
Exactly.
a billionaire, cannot be seen in a satanic. That's why I was
But
trying
you
to
might
emphasize.
be. I'm saying
the,
if we're
like-
working together, you might be seen on camera another time.
Yeah,
Right.
but not.
You're right.
holding
I don't think
hands
she's
in
saying
a-
ever. I think she's saying
Okay.
for this section,
Yeah.
this moment.
I can't have like I just personally.
Okay.
That's why I said I'd be happy to shoot something with you later or be on something later. I don't mind that at all. I help anyone's career. I can help out. I cannot have footage of me leaked to Fox News of me sitting at a table in a red room doing a seance. It's just not something that's viable for me in my career.
The whispers are getting louder.
Oh,
Please join hands.
Did you ever speak your intention?
My intention is for I want to know. Ooh. I want to know the existence of God. If we're talking to a spirit and if this is real, I want confirmation that the Lord. I want confirmation of my faith.
Albert, what is your intention?
Nancy, I want to know what happened. And I want to give you peace. At that moment, my eyes began to roll into the back of my head. You see that I have these intensely gray eyes. They're so bright. And they're so hard to look at. And somehow, even in this moment, they seem brighter. They're not glowing or anything like that. They just seem so bright. And then they flip over. Nancy West. You led me here. And now we call upon you. Let us know. Give us our answers.
A blast of air knocks the doors to the room shut. Emerson, this is new to you. This usually gets subtle responses, not things that the entire room can experience like this. Emerson, I'm going to need a spirit roll from you. Two successes. Emerson, you connect to the spirit world. Something immediately tries to connect back. I'm going to need another spirit roll from you.
Three successes.
You feel a presence try to take you over. But you resist it. I need spirit rolls from the other three players.
So I rolled 2 because I have a 2?
That's right.
Okay.
Whatever your number is on spirit is how many dice you roll.
I got 2 successes.
Oh,
2
good
fails.
roll. Nothing.
2 successes.
Thank God we turned the camera off.
Suddenly, Rachel Vale stands up tall and starts moving her lips, but a different voice comes out. Little meat looking beyond the veil. Suddenly, the table erupts and bursts into the air, knocking everybody back. I need body saves from everyone at the table.
Oh my god.
Fail.
Fail.
2 points of damage. 2 points of damage. You only have 3.
Fail.
All fails.
It's only 5 and 6, right?
That's right.
2 successes.
You are able to dodge and move back in time to watch the other 3 people in the room get completely knocked up face by this table.
You say 1 or 2?
2. Michelle.
When it does, I So the table still in the air?
The table just like threw up and then fell, you know.
And then went back down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I immediately go over to Albert. Albert, this has gone far enough. We have to make this stop.
Albert, you hear these voices coming from every direction. I'm going to need a mind check from you.
Three successes.
You're feeling fine, Albert. You are looking around and seeing something that has never happened before. The entire room feels like it lifts up 2 feet and then slams down. Everybody, I need another body save.
Oh my god.
Success.
Bill.
Fail.
I'll take that one. That's a good one.
You take a damage and you're knocked out. As you go unconscious, you earn your first death strike. Congratulations.
Death
Your
mark.
death mark.
Fail.
That's 1 point of damage. Is that 3 for you?
Yeah.
Because you got hit by the
You
table.
knocked out and you earn your first death mark. Rachel, you, as soon as you like feel the room drop, your head smashes against the wall next to you, and you blink, and you're back in the room, but you're now in the room, and none of them are there with you. However, there is a woman on the other side of the table.
Is it Nancy?
She looks like this.
Oh.
And she is smiling at you. That smile doesn't change. She's sitting still with that smile just staring at you. How do you respond?
Who are you? What is this?
I'm going to need a mind check from you.
I just used however many dice I have, right?
However, well, what's your mind score?
Yeah. However many dice is the number.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, 1 success.
1 success. Your body is frozen. You can talk, though.
What is this? Who are you? What have you done to me?
One of these decrepit, putrid hands with the flesh kind of like falling off hits the table, and the next thing you know, she's like crawling herself onto the table.
And I can't move.
You can't move. And as she approaches you, your mouth starts to match hers. And her hand starts to reach into your mouth. What's going on? You guys see Rachel's body is convulsing.
I'm out though.
You're knocked out.
Yeah.
This guy got completely knocked out, so he's going to need some assistance to even come back.
Okay, I would like to run over to Rachel.
Rachel Mail.
And I would like, the little that I remember it, I would like to start saying the rite of exorcism.
Whoa.
Give me a mental check. Mind.
Okay. Oh, God. Should have put more into that one. Right, here we go. That is 1 success.
Okay, you do remember the rites, and you start to chant it. Meanwhile,
And I put my hand on your forehead, and I hold my cross.
you pass out, and in your dreams, in your mind, you see yourself, and all around you are these insect-like thin appendages kind of poking up around you and wisping and almost breathing around you and in and out and in and out. And you hear the phrase or the numbers 3, 5, 7, 2, 9, 3, 9, 1, 8. 3, 5, 7, 2, 9, 3, 9, 1, 8. Now, if your character wants to remember this, I need a mental check from you. That is mind.
One success.
That's all you need. You can remember the digits. Okay. In in the world of Rachel Vale, I need a spirit save. Oh.
But he's not seeing anything. He's just hearing stuff.
That's right. He's knocked unconscious. He's having a dream.
Because she's knocked unconscious too, right?
But her body is actually moving.
I gotta save.
You gotta save. Okay. This thing has its arm down your throat.
Oh.
You can feel it. But you resist it from pressing any further. What do you want to do?
Bite it.
Give me an attack.
Oh my god.
You have an attack of
I can't
one.
move my body. I can't.
You're in this weird mental lock. But if you want to try to bite it,
Just bite down on it.
yeah, I'm gonna give you that attack of 1.
Tastes like chicken.
Like one dice.
1 die. But I rolled 4 and failed any success. So if you get a 5 or a 6, that is not enough. It continues its press into you, and the camera cuts away as it gets to the impossible point. In the real world, Rachel stands up and attacks whoever's closest, which I'm going to guess. Oh, you went to Rachel.
I'm
you're
near
touching
her.
me.
I'm touching her.
Rachel attacks. Tell us how.
I'm always attacking you.
yeah.
think I try to bite his throat. Like, he's got his hand here, and so he's in front of me, and he's got his other hand, on my chest or my stomach or whatever you do.
I was holding my cross. I was doing one of these things.
So I think...
But my head was maybe, bowed, in front of you.
Yeah, and I think in sort of, the way we're mentally, I'm bite down.
Yeah.
The body...
Normally,
I try to,
yeah, normally in a normal situation, I wouldn't give you a bonus for teeth. But in this situation, because it's a lot to ask a normal person to actually bite someone's neck out, but possessed by a demon, I'm going to give you +1 to your attack.
Oh my god.
That is a 2 attack, and you have your dodge, so that is 2 dodge.
Okay.
2 on 2. Good luck, both of you. No successes.
I'm changing these dice.
Okay. 2 successes.
Well, then you take control of the narrative. You go
Okay.
next. You are being attacked. What do you want to do?
Do I get the sense that my prayer is doing anything?
It did feel like you triggered something here. This is
Okay.
a fight back, but you'll have to get them still to continue.
It caused a reaction for whatever reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would like to.
Oh my god, Rachel.
Pin you to the ground.
Body check, and this is going to be a body check.
It's a lot of clacking.
No.
It's a 6.
3
1
successes.
Whoa! And you are officially pinned. What is going on with you, Sophie?
I'm just watching.
You are just shocked and watching.
I mean, I would be recording, but I'm not.
You can try
So
to
I'm
get
just
your
watching.
you can try to get your phone going at this point if you want.
Well,
They're distracted. They can't really tell you not to do
then
anything.
if that's the case, I've been recording this whole time.
Once
since the possession.
So once you tried, you saw that your phone, as soon as the possession happens, your phone goes all fucking
glitchy.
crazy and glitchy.
Okay, then I'm focused on that.
Okay, so then you're trying to fix your phone.
Yeah.
He's unconscious.
I'm
I'm trying to call 911 or something.
Do you want to try to call 911?
But if my phone's glitching,
It's
I don't
not.
like-
But
yeah.
that's what you want to try to
Yeah.
do.
I've pinned Rachel's arms, and I'm fully the power of Christ compels you at this point.
You could use some help. So maybe requesting help from.
Yeah.
Because if you want to try
Sophie,
to seance.
I need you, Sophie. Can you please get her legs? I need you to hold her legs still. Just throw your body on them.
Okay,
She
I'm
just
cooperative. I will.
She needs to be held still.
Do I need to roll for it?
Give me a body roll, but give it to me at advantage. So you can roll
So what does
twice
that
and
mean?
tell me what it happens.
Roll twice. Fail.
Do you have a body of 1?
1 success. Yeah.
Oh, well, 1 success. That's
Yeah.
all you needed. So you are able to help restrain. That is an aid check is what you're doing, is aiding your friend. You only need a single success to aid a friend. You are aiding.
So you're on. So I need you on her
I'm
legs.
just holding her ankles.
Yeah. And I'm trying to hold her still as I'm speaking Latin into her face.
Cool.
Okay. Give me
Hot.
give me a mind versus your spirit.
No.
1 success.
1 success.
Do it again.
1 success.
2 successes. Thank
That's
God for those
actually very
5s.
Good for you. You feel something being pulled out of your body, and you are back to normal.
I just immediately start sobbing.
The entire room just goes back to normal.
I go and run to check on my mom. I leave the room.
Your mom is asleep. She's asleep with her cigarettes next to her. The show's on the TV still. She didn't catch any of it.
So I'm just panting, looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I crawl over because I think I'm exhausted, and I crawl over to Albert.
Have you ever exercised before?
No.
Did you ever think it would even work?
I'm thinking I don't really quite know what my I messed up in Pittsburgh is yet, but I think it has something to do with something went something got a little too occulty, and I got mad about it.
Oh.
And ruined it, and destroyed the effigy, and messed everything up. So I think this was my first time really doing anything and seeing any result.
This one's unconscious still.
Yes, I'm crawling over to him.
You're crawling over to him. With a little assistance, you can get back up. That's 1 stroke. That's 1 mark.
Albert,
Right.
Albert,
I
Albert.
put 1 already.
Yeah.
Do I get 2?
No, just that.
Albert, are you all right?
I come to.
Uh-huh.
As I come to, my eyes open and I just start repeating the numbers over and over.
3, 5, 7,
3,
2,
5, 7,
9, 3,
9,
9, 1, 8.
3, 5, 7, 2, 9, 3, 9, 1, 8.
293918.
3, 5, 7.
7.
2, 9, 3, 9, 1, 8.
And then I'm so sorry. That's never happened before. That's never happened.
I come back in the room and I'm like, you all need to get the fuck out of this house. I don't fucking care what you came here for. Get out.
Albert, come on, let's go. Come on, get up.
I hold him by the hand. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Let's go. Come on.
I'm just sobbing.
And I pull Albert up to his feet to stand.
Okay. He can, no problem.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna leave willingly?
This was inappropriate. Sir. I'm so sorry. Sophie, I am.
Just leave, please.
Yes, of course.
I'm just sitting on the floor sobbing.
I mean, yeah, you tried to kill someone.
Yeah. And I just saw horrific visions.
What you really, and you don't know what happened in real life. What you know is that you sat across the table from a woman who tried to stick her hand down your throat.
And I woke up
And then you woke up.
Somebody.
You woke up with them screaming over you and holding you down.
Yeah.
You didn't remember the bite.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I'm just sitting on the floor sobbing.
I'd like to make my first order of business to make sure that I walk Albert downstairs and walk him to his car if that's the journey, and then I'll come back inside.
But before you do,
yeah, I haven't done that yet. But that's my
Yeah.
journey is to do that, take care of him first, then come back for you.
Sophie, when he takes Albert and leaves, and you see Rachel sobbing, what do you do?
That was really fucked up, and I don't know what just happened.
I saw a horrible thing.
Yeah, so did we. Your body was crazy.
Oh, God. It was a woman and her jaw was gone, and she reached into my throat.
I don't really know what you think you saw, but please just leave. My mom's in the other room, and she's had a really awful time, and to be honest, so have I. So, please.
Yeah. So you're the youngest West, I guess. You're her legacy, I suppose.
Sure. Thanks for the casserole.
I leave without saying anything else, just crying silently.
Camera pans out as various people exit and leave shaken, confused, shocked.
I like when she leaves. I like take a second. I like look at the room, and I like have like a weird like fear response, and I close the door.
And when you head upstairs, camera pans to a man in a mask. End of episode.
Oh, shoopy doopy.
Okay, we are
God.
just
Terrifying.
beginning this story of terror. We're just getting started. We have so much left that will come, and things will just get scarier and scarier and worse and worse. Yeah!
Spooky season!
This was an easy episode, a lot of introduction, barely any chances to rack up those marks, but we did get 2 death marks on the table. That means these characters take one step closer to death. And as the story
Permanent.
gets
You
more...
can't get marks go away?
There's no marks go away.
Oh, no!
And so as things get worse, those death marks will become more prominent and they will rack up. And when we start to watch these characters die, ooh, who will survive is the one I want to know. Will anyone in this original cast of 4 archetypes survive to the end of 8 episodes?
Oh my god! The average of our rolls, the average of our rolls, I don't think so.
Yes, such a long journey to go.
And you guys only had a few rolls to make this episode, you know?
And they were not great.
They were not great, yeah. Okay, then we are going to call it there. We will see you on Thursday if you're a subscriber. We have our private Girls and Games coming up.
For our Patreon subscribers,
which
you are welcome to join us for
if you feel
our Girls and Games, where I have a sneaky feeling we might be playing
Dead by Daylight. Oh, wow. If you are feeling like you can go with 1 less coffee a month, subscribe to our channel. This helps us sustain what we do and grow. So we love you. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next week when we launch part 2 of our Dead by Daylight campaign. There are a lot of stakes established at this table. Emerson will be back next week, correct?
Yay!
Emerson will be back next week to join us.
Yeah, and I believe we're about to raid.
Yeah, stick around.
One of our good friends, Dork Tales.
We're gonna raid.
I've peeped in on their stream a couple of times, and they're really, really good. So
that's a great name.
Yeah, and
come with us
they're
and
very
raid.
funny. I highly recommend just giving them a watch. They're wonderful. Show them the love. And we'll see you all soon.
Yeah, and when you guys go raid, you can always say something like, "Woohoo! Hi from Alchemy Hour."
Yes. Oh yeah.
You know, you can get
put Alchemy Hour,
put a little
post
stamp
Alchemy
on
Hour
there.
in the chat and say hi and.
Okay, let's
Yada, yada.
raid.
Bye.
Let's raid.
Bye.
Let's raid. Bye.
Born from the stories whispered in dead of night. They burn our pages, but we're damned to survive. We flirt with dying, cause the fear tastes like wine. Heathens creep like demons in the moonlight. They hate our morals, we don't play by their rules. We live by a loaded die in this sick game. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's